Anyway, I guess it's my turn for watch. I guess I'll just head up, right? You two sit and finish eating. I'll finish eating in a few. Carol, is something up? Ryan, what's up, Carol? You see something? Yeah, there's in the distance. Is it a person or a walker? If it's a walker holding a gun. Okay, so we have an armed man. Woman? From the beard, I'd say it was a man. But, to be fair, I can't presume that, because I have met a woman with a beard before. Okay, that's a new one. So what do you think? Hostile or not? Hard to say. They're wearing some kind of mask too. It's likely they're hostile. The way they're holding the gun makes me think they are prepared to use it. Okay. Stay on guard, and I'll go and approach. Ryan, are you sure that's a good idea? We try to approach everyone we see, you know that. It's always risky, but it doesn't mean we can't not do it. I know, but he's holding what looks to be an M4, and it looks like he has other weapons too. Well, if he knows how to use the gun, that could be handy, right? Okay. I've got your back, Ryan. If anything happens, I'll shoot. Thank you, Carol. You really are my guardian angel, huh? What's that? Oh, my granddad's wife's name was Carol. My family just seems to keep saying that they sent you to us, you know, my nanny and granddad. You know, it's just a thing they're saying. Maybe they did. You found me, and now I'm helping you. New Leaf has allowed me to turn over a new leaf. Makes sense why people are calling it that now. Yeah, I got that. Still sounds a little bit weird to me, you know, that everyone's calling it New Leaf. I was hoping for something else that wasn't quite like that, because there's already a community called New Karma Point, which has the new in it, so it's kind of, you know, but people are sticking with it, so, I mean, there's not really much I can do about it. Yeah, well, he's getting closer. Might want to make contact before he sees us and our weapons. We don't exactly want him freaking out. Agreed. I'll head out now, okay? Just keep a lookout. I can see him in the distance, but right, okay, let's hop down. Hey. Right, the horses are okay. Yeah, good boy. Right, okay. Oh, James, you okay? 6 walkers, just over the street. Haven't noticed us yet. Yeah, I see him. I'll handle it. Okay, you stay here. You finish eating. All right, and I'll take care of him, James. Okay. Right. Okay. Oh, also, I should probably tell them, guys. There's someone that we presume is a man. We seem to think he's a man because he has a beard. Not 100% sure if he is or not yet, but I'm gonna go and make contact. Okay, so if I come back, then you know that the guy's friendly enough, or friendly enough to not shoot straight away. Carol is going to keep an eye out to make sure that he doesn't kill me. So be prepared to have a guess. So maybe get some food ready. That'd be pretty cool if you. Thank you. Right. Okay. Let's do this then. Guess we'll start with these then. Right. Only one has noticed me, but the others will soon notice too. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Ouch. Okay. Don't let them get too close. I've got this long sword, and I still let them get close to me. Makes sense. Right, okay. Carol, keep an eye out. Right, making contact. Let's see, I should probably put the weapon away. I would hold my... Oh, I've got a gun, but... We'll just leave my sword on my back, and then the gun lowered. Hi. Stay where you are. No closer. Understood? Okay, I'm fairly close anyway, but I only want to talk. You want to talk. To me. You walk up to me, not ready to shoot. Kind of makes me think my face is in someone's scope right now. Well, that's rather observant of you. It's true. And it's for if you decide to shoot, you know? Right. So, talking, are we? What do you want to know? Mostly just where are you headed? I mean, you're coming from that direction and heading in this direction. There's not really much down there, but, you know, we don't normally see people around here. Well, I've heard there's a tunnel just down the road, which leads to a little town. Which then, if you go through the town and follow the right road out, eventually you find yourself at a bridge, which then leads to a community. Or so rumours say. So you want to go to this community? Well, I'd like to. Kind of giving up on surviving out here. I'm at my road's end. Let's see. Is there any reason for that? Yeah. It's been a tough few years. For everyone, really. I've lost a wife, lost a child, lost an eye, been kidnapped, robbed. There's not much that hasn't happened, honestly. I'm just tired of it. Seems like a rough time. Care to join us? We're making food. Sure. I'm David, by the way. Yeah, I know who you are. You're Cameron's dad. Huh? How did you... You're a long way from Roswell. Okay, calm down with the gun. Lucky my friend didn't shoot then, considering you grabbed my collar, but... You're a long way from Roswell, David. The last time I saw you, I traded you some weapons for a medkit. You probably don't remember, it was over a year ago now. Luckily for me, I have a pretty good memory and can remember faces well enough. Faces more than memories, I guess. Guy fell down the school stairs, you know, cut his leg. I traded the medkit so that I could help him. Ring any bells? Oh. Yeah. I remember. You had the bus. Yeah. See, now you remember that. Yeah, that was me and my people. Well, I'm sorry about that. I was low on weapons, and if it helps, my gun was out of ammo, so I couldn't have shot you even if I wanted to. I should have helped the guy when he fell, but I didn't. Did he make it? Yeah. He's back at the community. You're from the community? New Leaf. Yeah. People call it that. Care to join us? Yeah, sure, of course. Right, and, don't worry about your mask. You don't have to take it off, but you also don't need to cover your wound if you don't want to. It's nothing we haven't seen before. Okay? It's completely up to you, but right this way. There we are. Enjoy the soup, David. Right, so, guys, this is David. This is Ed. This is also Skelly. You know me, obviously, actually, kinda, maybe? You probably don't remember my name. My name is Ryan. That guy over there with the gun, he's a friend. He's not gonna shoot you, trust me. His name is James. The woman on top of the car that had her gun aimed at you, that's Carol. Okay, and she's also friendly too, and she won't shoot unless she absolutely has to. Okay? Thank you for this. I was short on food and haven't eaten this much in a while. It's honestly not a problem. We always bring extra with us, you know, just in case we find people. So that's why you're out here. Looking for people? Yeah. We tend to camp here every time we come out, you know. This is sort of like our, I wouldn't say destination. I suppose this is just a temporary camp for us. A check mark, I guess, or, you know what I mean anyway. You know, we sort of come here, stay here, you know, wait for people to come down the road, which really doesn't happen very often, so we stay here for a few days, or, well, not even a few days sometimes. Sometimes just for a day or two, and then we head on down into the town, and honestly, that's where we find most of it. Well, there is a town down that way, you know that anyway, but, you know, we just look around and explore for a little bit. I mean, we've got the horses, so we take the horses, you know, and honestly, we haven't seen any people in a while. I mean, you're the first person we've seen in, you know, a few months. Me either, to be honest. Last time I saw someone was at least a few months back. Yeah, it's sad, honestly. I mean, the numbers are definitely dropping. Yeah, but then again, I haven't seen many walkers recently. Yeah, well, we see the few, the odd few, but, I mean, they're not everywhere anymore. I mean, I just killed 6. You saw the bodies in the road, but we'll probably have to burn those as well, but, they're not everywhere anymore like they used to be. I mean, you couldn't go anywhere without being attacked by a walker, Is it alright if I ask a few questions? Sure, of course, but we need to ask a few too. Understood. So what kind of place is this New Leaf? I mean, do you want soldiers, slaves, or do people have free will, or do they have to work for their keep? Well, I mean, really, people are free to do whatever with limitations, I guess. You can't do what you do out here, if that makes sense. I mean, if you want currency, then yes, you'll need a job and work for it. Currency. So, what kind of job could I get? I mean, considering I have one eye and all. Well, I mean, first you'd fill out the forms to enter, your name, what you want to be known as, just other information that we may need, and then based on your previous job, you'd get a new one. Well, I was a businessman. Had to travel for work. Not sure if you'd actually need that for anything. I mean, probably not, but, I mean, I'm sure we could find something. I'm sure, considering you're a businessman, you probably have some pretty good negotiation skills, which, I mean, that could come in handy. Okay, so people just live in harmony here. Everyone listens to the rules and does as they're told? For the most part, yeah. But the rules are always changing, working out what's best for the community and the people. I see. So it's an open discussion. Somewhat, I guess. Somewhat. It's mostly the council, but obviously we get everyone's input, and if we have something and then the people don't like it, then we sort of work around it. Fair enough. I don't need to know any more yet. You can ask the questions now. Okay. First question. How many walkers have you killed? I don't know an exact number. Didn't exactly keep track. I was more concerned about not getting eaten by them. If I had to say something, I'd say more than 200 at this point. Okay. And people? Do I have to tell the truth? I mean, you don't have to. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from lying to us, but just a heads up, we can tell if you're lying. Alright, won't risk it then. 16 people. Only 16? You make it seem like that's not a lot. I didn't say that, or mean for it to come out that way. It just... I know people who have killed a lot more than 16, that's all. I didn't mean like anything. I didn't mean anything by that, I didn't mean that it wasn't a hefty amount of people. That's not what I meant. Oh. Any other questions? I mean, not many, but yeah, there are a few that we need to make sure you answer truthfully. And, for starters, why'd you kill them? The people. Well, I told you that I've been kidnapped and robbed. I killed my kidnappers, all 9 of them. My robbers, too. 7 of them, but the other 4 got away. With most of my stuff. That's why I have barely anything. I couldn't even put down my own son when he turned. You did that, which I am thankful for, because that allowed me to give him a proper burial alongside his friends. I didn't have to kill my wife or put her down as a walker because my kidnappers also kidnapped my wife. She was alive at that point, but they killed her, eventually. That was after they beat me so hard my skull was exposed, as you can clearly see. I don't know how I survived. I mean, I didn't want to. I just did. She was the only thing that kept me going after my son died. I still had her, and now I don't. I think it's about time for me to sit back and just live a normal life. I can understand that. I still have one very important question for you, though, and this one is very important, and we do need to know this one truthfully. What's that? Are you... I know this may sound a bit crude, or I don't know what you may think of this, but are you homophobic or racist or anything like that that we need to be concerned about? Because if you are, then we're going to need to talk about this. Of course not. I mean, you knew Josh. He was Cameron's best friend. We had him over all the time. Pretty sure they were more than best friends. My wife knew that too. I don't have any problem at all. Good. Because we have all kinds of people in New Leaf, including these two guys next to me, Skelly and Ed. I mean, Ed has a husband back at New Leaf, and Skelly has a girlfriend, so, we just needed to get that out of the way. I'll probably just keep to myself anyway. I'll go to work, make money, and then go home. It's what I did before, and it's what I'll do again now. Also, we own a bar, if that's something you'd be interested in. I mean, I just figured that it might be worth mentioning. Yeah, maybe it would. Yeah, that's what I thought. Seems to be, it's kind of interesting how sometimes all it takes, I mean, we see some people, not as many as we used to, like I said, but half the time we come across men and women and they're so done with this world, and the moment we mention that we've got alcohol back at the community, they're instantly into it, and it's just, I don't know, it's quite interesting, but I understand why people enjoy hearing that, so either way, we'll head out as soon as it gets bright out, okay? And, just try and get some rest. I mean, we'll all take it in turns guarding and sleeping. Obviously, you won't. You'll just be sleeping, but I'll go first, okay? And, I'll take over from James, and then James can get some rest, and so can you. I mean, I presume you've been on the road for a few days, well, probably even longer than that, and I mean, we've been out for a fair amount of time, but we've got 3 sleeping bags, maybe even, I don't know. But we've got 3 sleeping bags anyway, so if you want to use one of those, or if you don't, it's completely up to you. But there's 2 in the car, and then there's 1 on the roof. I wouldn't recommend taking that one, because, Carol's up there, but in the car, they're very comfortable sleeping bags too. I mean, they're made by people in our community, actually, because we haven't managed to come across any that are still well intact, so we had to sort of make our own and make do with what we could. So just get some rest. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I mean, I'm not forcing you to sleep, but it might be worth it. And then, like I said, we'll head out when it's bright out. I mean, we've got the 3 horses, so you will probably ride with me if that's okay with you. And yeah, right, okay. James, I'll take over now. You can get some rest.